welcome to Missed It by How Much. This is the channel that tests sports hypotheses by using computer game engines. Currently in the 1990 season, and we're managing the Los Angeles Dodgers, trying to win the division without Alfredo Griffin as our shortstop, and it has not been going well lately. Up here you see the last 13 games that the Dodgers have played, and there are 3 W's out of 13. So we've been on there's not a huge streak here in the losses, they're spread out. There's a 5-game losing streak. But it has not gone well. And the only times we've won, we've scored 9, 10, and 16 runs. So if you take those 3 explosion games off and look at the scoring from the offense, it averages to 2.1 runs a game, which is far less, not even half of what we expected when we started this project. We would like 5 runs a game, and we're nowhere near it. So I will take responsibility that I have not always made the correct moves in terms of pulling pitchers in time and maybe not starting the correct players, but we've stuck to pretty much the normal lineup, and we're just not hitting. We've lost some close games. The last game of the 8-game road trip against Pittsburgh, we were beaten by Randy Tomlin. He was just really good, and a left-hander. And then you saw the 4 games against Cincinnati. Explosions on the outside, but in the inside, not enough runs scored. Then we went on, we faced the Braves, and just could not score against them. 4 runs is not enough against a team that was in last place. And they scored quite easily. And now we're currently on a 6-game road trip and have 1 win to show for it. Let's go over a couple of the games. Lost a close one against San Diego 4-3. Bruce Hurst, excellent pitcher. Came with Ramon Martinez to face him. And at one point, in the top of the 6th, had a 3-2 lead. Cal Daniels hit a home run, a solo shot, and gave the Dodgers a 3-2 lead. And Martinez pitched the 6th, bottom of the 6th, and got through it. Take a look at that real quick. I think he struggled a little bit, but he got through it. Roberts grounded to short, Elmer grounded to short, Santiago doubled, Clark walked, and then Lynn grounded out. So, I guess a little bit of trouble. But I let him come out for the bottom of the 7th, up 3-2, and right off the bat, Pagliarulo doubled. And perhaps I should have pulled him at that point. I did not expect Joe Carter to hit a home run on the next at-bat, and that was it. That was the game. Because Bruce Hurst pitched excellently, went the whole way, and that was it. Dodgers lost 4-3. And sometimes these games do come down to, leaving a guy in 1 batter too long. The next game got beat soundly. Hartley did not pitch well. And then we won the final game of the 3-game series against the Padres. In this game, we had a massive explosion of offense towards the end. We were up 2-0. Then Belcher gave up 2 runs, and he got pulled. Came up and got a 3rd run and led 3-2. And then actually got 2 more and led 5-2. And brought in Cruz, thinking Cruz could stem the tide. And he gave up a big home run, I believe it was, to Jack Clark. Yep, a 2-run shot tied the game, and I thought, well, that's it, we're done. But even after they tied it 5-5, we came back with 4 in the 8th. Against Craig Lefferts, Vizcaíno with the single, Samuel with the single, Brooks doubled, Daniels grounded to short, but Murray doubled, Socha singled, Javier singled, and by that time it was 9-5, and that was done. In this game, Eddie Murray batted second and went 4 for 5. So then we went to Houston, and Houston is a hard place to score. So I give them a little bit of a pass on that one, but we've lost 2 games in a row by 2-1 score. The first game was 1-1. And it was a pivotal point in the game in the 7th, the bottom of the 7th. Mike Morgan had 2 outs, I believe. And nobody on, I believe. And I knew this was a 1-1 game. We were facing Darwin, who's a good pitcher. Oberkfell struck out. Wilson grounded to short. So no real issues there. He was fine pitch count wise. Yielding walked. And then Anthony came up, and I thought I would probably pull Morgan, bring in the left-hander to face Anthony. So I let Morgan keep throwing over because I was afraid Yielding would steal and get an error. So now he's in scoring position. And I brought in Walsh. I didn't have Searage available. He was the best choice. Looking at the numbers, Anthony does not hit lefties well, and it didn't work. Anthony doubled. So that was the second run, and that was the game. Then I brought in Howell, and we had an error on Eddie Murray. But then Stubbs struck out versus Howell, and that was the end of the scoring threat. But that was it. That was enough. I said Darwin. I'm sorry. Mark Portugal was pitching in this game. And he pitched great. 7 innings, 1 earned run. The left-hander Augusto came out of the pen and got fixed Murray and Cal Danielson. That was it. 1 run. And the last game that I did play, Danny Darwin did start. And we went with Fernando, who's been not doing very much, barely pitching and hitting. So we took a chance. I didn't think we would win this game against Darwin. Darwin didn't give up really any earned runs. But Valenzuela didn't either. He pitched 5 innings, 3 hits, 5 Ks. Just a great job, and I think we're going to leave him in there and move Hartley back to the bullpen because Hartley has just not done it. And he almost did it in this game, though. We were leading 1-0 into the bottom of the 9th. In fact, there were 2 outs in the 9th. First, Ortiz struck out, and Ramirez flied to shallow center, where we had Gonzalez playing on defense. And then Oberkfell doubled. Now, Oberkfell, I should have brought in the lefty there, because he cannot hit lefties. But I didn't. Or maybe he can hit lefties. I'm not sure about that. I'll have to go back and check that. Either way, we were trying to do a piggyback situation where I didn't have to go to anybody else. Just use Fernando and then Hartley and then be finished. But once he got the double, I brought in Cruz again, who has the most saves on our team, 7, and he let me down. First, Stubbs walked, and then Anthony singled, which tied the game, and then Caminiti doubled. So Cruz came in and went walk, single, double. If the game would have continued, he probably would have given up a triple. So that was disappointing to be 1 out away from a win, and he didn't even get an out. Got nothing. That's his 3rd blown save. I think that's the 2nd time Cruz has lost with 2 outs in the ninth, which really hurts, especially when you're trying to catch up to the Giants, who seem to be winning virtually every day. 7 hits for 1 run is not good, especially when 2 guys have 5 of the 7 hits right next to each other. So, like I said, I'll take the blame in terms of pulling guys at the wrong time or maybe not bringing in the right relief pitchers. We have one of the better bullpens in the National League, and so I'm going to depend on them more. I'm going to try to pull starters earlier, but we have to hit better. The hitting is just not good enough. Just through this stretch. At the beginning of the season, it carried us, and now we're 3 games over 500. We are 3.5 back, and we'll play the last game of this road trip and the last game of the 3-game set in Houston, which has become a terror dome, losing close games and not being able to hit, which, again, that place is not an easy place to hit in. And the Astros do have the best pitching staff, numbers-wise, in the National League. However, I expect this team to do better. And it seems like just about everybody is failing at the same time hitting-wise. So, we'll set this up. There are your results for June 13th, 1990. Some good pitching performances from Jim Abbott. Kevin Tapani. Excellent job. Although that game went into extra innings and Toronto scored 6 in the 10th to win in a battle of 2 first-place teams. Toronto still is holding off Boston. Cleveland's fallen back a little bit. Oakland's finally come on. Still watching this battle very closely. Houston has leapfrogged the Dodgers. So has Cincinnati. Well, Cincinnati's technically tied right now. And Pittsburgh hanging on. Just passed over the Mets. The Mets lost in Chicago. Well, split a doubleheader. While Pittsburgh beat St. Louis. So, today should be a game where pitching-wise we are slightly favored, but only matters what happens on the field. Ramon Martinez should be available. We'll find out soon. And Bill Gullickson should go for the Astros. There you see the injury to Mike Sharperson. We're still 5 games away from that. And Jose Vizcaíno will not start in this game because he needs rest. So we moved the previous injury replacement, Jeff Hamilton, down and brought up Jose Offerman. He'll get his first chance at shortstop today. I don't expect much. Hopefully no errors. That's about all I can expect. So Gullickson is a right-hander. And we'll look at the numbers here. Cal Daniel still has a better OPS, but he will bat second. While we're here, and we have a moment, hopefully Cal will load. This is what he has done in June. 1 home run, batting .222. And I don't expect him to hit Eddie Murray style average for the same type of average as Eddie Murray. But I do expect him to hit better than .222. Speaking of which, Eddie has not done well either. We're almost halfway through the month. He's hitting .279 this month. One person who has hit well is Mike Scioscia. He's hit .368 this month with 2 home runs. He's outpacing his regular season stats, the real season stats, so no complaints there. Javier and Harris have both jumped over Gibson, which tells me that these stats won't look good when they load. He's hitting .194. Okay. But he'll get an opportunity to start in the 6th spot. And play center field. Javier will play right field. Juan Samuel will now move up to 7th and play 2nd. And Jose Offerman, in his first game of his career, will play short. And Ramon Martinez is available, and he will pitch. Neidlinger's available if it's a blowout. Cruz is available. Fernando's out, of course. Jay Howell is still out. Both lefties are still out. Thrown a combination of 30 pitches in the past 4 days, and they're both out. So we have no lefties, 0 lefties available. So good chance you'll see Cruz again, as he is one of the better left-handed versus lefties that I have. So I'll say a prayer for Ramon Martinez to go just about the whole way. Bill Gullickson on the season, 4.26 ERA, 4-5. He's given up 10 more hits than he has innings pitched. 12 walks, 21 strikeouts is not a lot, so I should see a lot of balls in play. Here's what I'm talking about when I say the Astrodome has an effect. 39% less home runs, 40% less home runs for the left-handed hitters and right-handed hitters respectively, and lower averages by 5 and 3%. Eddie Murray starts us off with a liner into right that'll fall for a base hit. Cal Daniels up next. He strikes out. Mike Scioscia walks, so we have a runner in scoring position with Eddie, with 1 out for Javier, who had a 3-hit game. Last game, he hits 1 on the ground. That looks like 2. Ramirez and the runner is out, and the hitter makes 2. And that's the end of the first half inning. Dodgers get a hit and a walk and nothing else. Going to the bottom of the first. No score. Bill Doran starts off against Ramirez. He hits a pop-up. Looks like it's Sam Wells. 1 out. Stubbs hits one to Javier in right field. 2 down for Biggio. Bunting? Scioscia picks it up and throws him out. Let's see, was that a bunt? Yeah, he tried to bunt. Interesting. Well, we're through 1-0-0. Lenny Harris starts off the top of the second. The fly out to Yielding for Gibson. And he gets a base hit. Is that 2? Poor play, I'm guessing, by Yielding. And he's got a double. 1 out double for Samuel, Offerman, and Martinez to get him home. Here's Samuel. Looks like a little ground ball to third. Caminetti, you hit it to the wrong guy. That's 2 outs. Gibson moves to third. With the rookie up in his first at bat, I'm going to say our best chance of scoring is a wild pitch or a pass ball. But we'll see. Pitch to Offerman is a ground ball to Doran. That should be an easy out. So the Dodgers get a runner to third, but cannot score through 1.5. It's 0-0. Ramirez, the shortstop, to Martinez, the pitcher. He grounds out. If you have Rafael Ramirez hitting cleanup, well, we have Stan Javier, so I don't have any ground to talk on that one. Kin Caminiti up next. Hits a fly ball to center. Gibson's out there, 2 down for Oberkfell. See, I really could have used that left-hander against Oberkfell, and I didn't have him in the last game. He gets .059 against lefties. Wow. He walks. First walk for Martinez. Brings up Wilson, who has some power. 93 on the fastball is about where it should be. There's a base hit in the left. Is that 2? Daniels cuts it off. See if Oberkfell tries for third. He does not. Okay, Yielding is up. Not good numbers. Golickson's up next. He's hitting the same as Yielding. The runs are going to be at a premium. So should I walk Yielding, walk the bases? No. We're going to pitch to him. And strike him out. First K for Martinez. That's kind of low for him. We're through 2. 0-0. Martinez gets a chance to hit and strikes out against Golickson. Here's Murray, who singled his first time up. He hits a fly ball to right. It's an easy out for Wilson. 2 outs for Daniels. He gets a base hit into right field. 2 out single for Sosha, one of the hottest hitters on the team. But he hits a ground ball to Ramirez. That should end the inning. Ooh, close play at first. He's safe. Sosha beats it out. A rare infield single for Mike Sosha. So you have first and second with Javier. 790 OPS. On base at 417. Let's see if he can get a base hit and get Daniels home and get the lead against Golickson. And it looks like a base hit to left. Gotta run on Stubbs' one arm, right? See if they're giving me a percentage here. Nope, no percentage. Daniels scores. It's 1-0 Dodgers. If it's that difficult to score, wow, we're in trouble. So we got a single, a 2-out single, an infield hit by Mike Sosha, and then a single by Javier. It takes 3 hits to score a run. All right, Harris is up next. Good numbers, 738 OPS. Let's see if we can make this a crooked number. Nope, ground ball to Dorn. Over to Oberkfell. Harris makes it close, but that'll do it. The Dodgers do get one on 3 singles and lead 1-0. I've heard this story before. All right, Martinez starts off with Golickson. He grounds it to Harris. That should be an easy out. 1 down. Top of the order is Doran. He's one of their better hitters. Hasn't been that great this series, but look at those numbers. OPS at 986. He walks. All right, that's a second walk. That is not good. So, have to be thinking in a close game like this. Every pitch is important. Here's Stubbs, who has power. 937 OPS, slug of 496. I'm not going to pay attention to Doran. If he wants to run, I got to focus on Stubbs here. There he goes. Throw to second. It goes into the outfield. And Dorn's at third. So I didn't want to pay attention to the runner. I said, let's just pitch. Let's not pitch out. Let's not try to pick him off. And that ends up with Dorn at third and a ball on Stubbs. So now you got to just focus on keeping the game tied. See what Martinez does here. It's a ground ball. Samuel, that'll score Dorn easily. But Stubbs is out. So 1 out, 2 outs, excuse me. We did get the pitcher to start off the inning. That's right. 2 outs for Biggio. 1-1 tie now. That's why you don't walk guys. Comebacker to Martinez over to Murray. That ends it. So on a walk, a 2-base throwing error by Scioscia, and a ground out, the Astros score. This is why I say you need more offense. Here's Gibson, start off the 4th against Gullickson. And I understand we're playing in a difficult park, but come on, guys. Bill Gullickson is lowering his ERA every out. Samuel with the ground ball to Ramirez. That'll be 2 outs. For the rookie Offerman. I don't think he's had a chance yet, has he? It's a ground ball to Oberkfell. That'll do it. Nothing across. We're through 3.5. It's 1-1. I just feel like the pressure because of not getting the offense that we're used to is just crushing. There's a strikeout for Martinez, only a second. Against Caminiti, he walks. That's 3 walks. That is not good from Martinez. Is not that type of pitcher. So he may have negative stuff. Facing Oberkfell, there goes Caminiti. Let's just hope that it's only 1 base. Okay. 1 out. Runner at second. That's a go-ahead run against Oberkfell. Numbers not a little below average. Martinez should be able to get out of this. Strikes out Oberkfell. That's 2 for Wilson. Numbers are not good. And he strikes him out. That's the 4th strikeout. We're through 4. It's 1-1. Ramon hits for himself here in the 5th. 1 out. Now, the guys need to do something. You've seen him 2 times. This is the 3rd time around. Look at the outcome box. 402, 543, 622 for an OPS of 1.164. Need to do something now offensively. And a line out to Oberkfell. 2 outs for Daniels, who has outcome box 361, on base of 533, slug of 637, OPS of 1.171. Need a hit here. And we get one. Is that going to cut by? Is that going to be 2? Looks like Yielding fields it, and Daniels is second. With 2 outs for Scioscia, who's already got a hit and 1 at bat. This is the guy you want at the plate in this position. OPS of 839. And he pops it up. It's going to get to the outfield. It's carrying, but not enough. And so the threat ends there. The double strands him at second. Through 4.5, 1-1. Bottom of the lineup for the Astros. Starts off with Yielding. Martinez pitch, the ground ball to Harris. 1 out. Gullickson? Oh no. Who's hurt? Okay. The flashing injured sign always makes your heart skip a beat, and it was right over Scioscia, and we cannot afford to lose him. And it's Yielding, so not my problem. Sorry to say. Here's Martinez against Gullickson. They're going to let him hit, it looks like. That should be an easy out to Daniels. He's got it. We're in another close one here. Flips over to Doran now. This is the 3rd time through with Doran. He's walked, scored a run. Outcome box is 984. On base, 546. So, cross your fingers. Ground ball to Samuel. Over to Murray. We're through 5. It's 1-1. See who comes in for Yield. Young will play center field. He's probably just as good, if not better. At least defensively. All right, to start us off, 4-5-6. Need some offense. Javier, Harris, and Gibson. Against Gullickson. Hits one. That's not going to be out of the park. Over to right. Wilson's got it. Along the line. 1 out. Harris gets a base hit to center. He's going to get 2 out of it. He's got a 6th double of the year. Now, if only he could steal third, but he cannot. So Gibson and Samuel have to get him in because you've got a rookie shortstop and a pitcher up next. So let's see what happens. 1 out for Gibson. That looks like a base hit to left. And with Stubbs out there playing with a 1 arm, Harris should score. Let's see what the percentage is. 96%, yes. How soon can I hit this? Yes. I'll take my chances. The throw goes to third. Gibson holds it first. 95% chance to steal here. And with those guys on deck, we're going to try to steal here. Hopefully no pitch out. There goes Gibson. And he steals it easily without a throw. That's his 17th steal of the season. All right, a base hit by Samuel gives us a 3-1 lead probably. But beyond that, I don't expect anything from Offerman or Martinez. So let's see what Samuel can do against Gullickson. Only outcome box of 183, 214, 294, 508. Nice to have Sharperson right here. He walked. Or did he get hit? He got hit. All right, so first and second. He had a 54% chance of stealing third. That's not really good. As bad as Offerman's numbers are, 119, 215, 195, 410. We're still going to let him hit. Maybe somebody can make an error. It's a fly ball to center field. That looks playable. Young going over. He's got it. We're not going to try to go third. Nope. Not going to make the third out of third. All right, Martinez has thrown only 59 pitches. And there's no way here. We're letting him hit. I need him to go as far as possible. Even though that kills this rally. Ground ball to Ramirez. He should flip it to Dorn. That should do it. But the Dodgers do score 2, which we haven't done in the other 2 games in this series. We've gotten over the accomplishment of scoring 1. But is that going to be enough? Need 12 outs for a win. I would like some more. Believe me. All right, here's Stubbs, who has power. 7 home runs on the season. Good outcome box. 424 on base. Martinez has already walked 3 in this game. Slug of 475, OPS 899. But at least you have a run to play with. Give it up. It's a solo shot. Fly ball deep. Going back. Javier looks like he's got it. 1 out. The dimensions of this park and this new picture I put up, very scary. All right, Biggio. Low outcome box. Hasn't done anything yet. Strikes out there. 5 strikeouts. For Ramirez. Doesn't look like especially scary. Hits a ground ball to Offerman. This is his first chance, I think. And he makes the play, even with a 946 fielding percentage. We're through 6, 2/3 of the way finished. The Dodgers actually have a lead, 2-1. Not very safe. Gullickson's coming back out, 90 pitches. He's only given up 2 runs. 8 hits, though, but only 2 runs. Like some insurance. Eddie Murray lines one right at Doran. That's 1 out. There's Daniels, who's improved in this game, 2 for 3, scored a run. 356, 528, 634 for 1.162. Be a nice time for a solo shot or a ground ball to Doran, who makes a great play and gets him 2 out. For Sosha. 1 for 2. Good numbers there, too. 324, 437, 496 for 933 OPS against a guy who has an ERA of 4.13. It's 1 in the air. Going back is Wilson. Going way back. Is it going to curve? It's going to curve right into the stand. Solo shot for Mike Scioscia, where Cal Daniels and Eddie Murray can't come through. Mike Scioscia this month has. And he makes it 3-1 in a big insurance run. Boy, that really helps. It doesn't make it safe. But we've scored 3 runs in this game. It's not over yet. And the other 2 games in this series, we scored 2. That's his 9th home run, a 363-foot shot. You take a little bit of a... Now, it doesn't mean we've won. We still got to get 9 outs. But, boy, does that help. Whew, okay. Into the cheap seats. 2 outs now for Javier. And he hits one. That's not going to be out of here. Wilson comes in. All right, we're through 6.5. Dodgers get a big solo home run from Mike Stocia and lead 3-1. All right, can Martinez go the rest of the way? He has enough pitches, it looks like. He's definitely going to get a chance. Still would like some more runs, but I'm going to stick with him. I'm not going to say anything. Who's in the bullpen? We have Cruz, who I don't trust. We don't have any lefties, so that's gone. Howell is out. So it's Cruz, Jim Gott, who's pitched well this month. Let's see what Jim has done. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, we can't do that. Wetland, who's been better, but I still don't trust Darren Holmes against righties, so that's it. So it might be go the rest of the way Martinez. We'll see. Would like a couple more runs to feel safe. I can't bring in anybody. I could bring in Hamilton, and I'll probably do that after this half inning. Let Harris hit one more time. And we could go to the change up the outfield. We'll do it after this at bat. So let's hope Martinez can get through this. And Caminiti starts off with a base hit to our left, of course. All right, 66% chance of stealing. We're going to throw over. And he's down to 33. Okay. All right, he might be running out of gas. He runs out of gas really fast. San Diego, a double and then a home run. So we need no home runs here. Facing Oberkfell, he has 0 home runs in the real season. He only had 1. So can we get out of this here? And that's going to be it for Martinez after all that talk about he could go the whole way. Oberkfell doubles, and that's it. I'm going to have help here. Nobody out. And I can't. He's thrown one. He had given up 1 hit through 6 innings. You go into the 7th, he's already given up a single and a double. I can't trust Cruz. I could go to Cruz right here and hope. He was horrible last time he went out. He didn't even get an out. I could go to Gott. And then I still have 6 more. I mean, I got 9 outs to get. Wow, he was pitching so well. I don't know what to do. I want to win. And it's still possible to just give up the 1 run. But now, I mean, even a fly ball and Oberkfell moves over, you're going to get a tie. And I just don't have any confidence. He's at 80 pitches. And Wilson's the only other guy who has a hit in this game. If I go to the bullpen here, I don't even have enough guys, I don't think, to get the last 2 sets of outs. We're going to leave him in. We're going to let him pitch to Wilson. I may regret this with the 3-run shot. He has 5 home runs on the season. Here we go. Struck him out. All right, that's 1 good set. We can walk Young here and make Gullickson hit. Who is on their bench? Casey Candell. Davidson. Gedman can come in. Ortiz. Want to pitch to Gerald Young and try to get him out? Can load it up and hope for a double play ball. Young's hitting 158. We're going to pitch to him. I think whoever would come up with the bases loaded would be better. Give up 1 run. He strikes him out. Nice job by Ramon. All right, he got the good morning, the good afternoon. Can he get the good night? Eric Anthony coming in to pinch hit. 718 OPS, but only a 190 average. Tina's now up to 7 strikeouts. Can he get Eric Anthony hitting 163? Let's look at the bullpen. Now I only have to get 7 outs. 718. A lot of these guys. Cruz, 561 OPS. Average is about the same. That's a little bit better. Wetland's not good. Holmes is not good. Well, he's better than Ramon. 718 is still below average. We're going to let him try it. See if he can get out of this. He's got 2 strikeouts. Can he get the 3rd? Fly ball. Oh, please. Deep. He doesn't have a lot of power. Javier's coming over, and he gets out of the inning. Ramon Martinez gives up a single, a double, and they hold the runner. But he strikes out the next 2 players. It gets a fly out, and finally some breaks here for the Dodgers. Whew. Stuck with Martinez, even though I just had talked about not staying with the Stars. If you manage, you're going to be a human contradiction. Sheesh. We're through 7. It's 3-1 Dodgers. Would like a couple more runs, please, to make it easy. So Ramon may come out. I don't know. I'm not even going to talk anymore. There's a ground ball to short. 1 out. We'll do some replacements right after this, if I can remember. Gibson grounds the 2nd. Another great play by Doran. 2 out for Samuel. And he grounds to short. That should be 1, 2, 3 for Augusto. No, there's an error. So that's an error on Ramirez. That's his 11th. He threw it over his head into the stands, and Samuel's on 2nd. All right. Scoring opportunity here for the young rookie who still has yet to get a hit. 195 average. 196 on base. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm looking at these numbers are so low. I've seen pitchers with higher ones. The OPS is 392. Can Offerman get a hit here? Nope. Comebacker. Throws to Oberkfell. And the Samuel error is all that happens in that half inning. We're through 7.5. It's 3-1 Dodgers. All right. Doran has good numbers here. And he's a good hitter, but he's had him 2 times. Let's look at the bullpen here. I don't want to start a rally. Gott's worse. Cruz is better. But do I trust him? You got Stubbs up next. So if you could keep Doran on base, we're going to let Martinez go here. Let's hope he can keep him off base. 291 on base at 546, slug 438, OPS 984. It's a ground ball to Samuel. Hold your breath. 1 out. Kept Doran off base. All right. Stubbs can hit one here, but it won't tie the game. His good numbers, 424 on base, slug of 476, OPS of 900. And he hits one in the gap. That should be 2 at least. Javier picks it up, throws it in. And now the tying run comes to the plate in Biggio, who has 0 home runs. 590 OPS. All right. Sticking with him. He's only at 95 pitches. 4th hit off Martinez. He strikes out Biggio. 8 strikeouts. And now Ramirez, who's 0 for 3, he has 0 home runs in the replay. Ramirez hits one to Harrison. I forgot to change him out. Let's hope this is good enough. Woo! Take a deep breath. All right. I just said if I could remember, and guess what I forgot? I wanted to bring in some better fielders. And there's really no reason to now. Well, no, there's a good reason to, because I'll forget. You get caught up in these games, it's very exciting. And you make mistakes. All right. Daniels will come in. Gonzalez will come in for Daniels. Oh, I don't have. See, I couldn't even make that play. I was going to bring in Hamilton. So Harris is on his own. We don't have anybody to replace the infield. Because Vizcaíno needs rest. So Gonzalez will come in for Daniels. But Daniels is going to get a chance to hit one more time. First, Martinez will hit. He's going to come back out there for the night. And he gets a base hit here? No, it's a liner. Kind of fooled me there. Eddie, it's a ground ball. He's going to go 1 for 5 today. Not very good. 2 outs for Daniels. Gusto has pitched well, but he's going to get pulled for the lefty Schatzsitter. Okay. This the guy that Wetland hit a home run off of? No, that can't be right. No, that was Atlanta. Sorry. Flashback. Daniels. He grounds out. That should be easy. Yep. All right, we go to the bottom of the ninth, 3-1. Can we hold on? Caminetti, who has a hit. Oberkfell, who has a hit. Wilson, who has a hit. He's still got plenty of pitches. Yeah, he's strong. But only a 2-run lead. I just don't have anybody I can trust. I guess Gott would be the guy I would bring in. Here we go. There's a comebacker. Can you make the play? It's going to be really close. He gets him. Woo, Ramon showing some stuff here, some internal fortitude. 2 outs from a win against Oberkfell, who's been great in this series. 1 for 2 today. I think he has a walk. Let's see. Yeah, he walked and doubled. Good numbers. We're going to pitch to him. He walks again. On base 3 times in this series. Tying run is at the plate, and Wilson has 5 home runs. Not good OPS, though. I'm going to look at 9. It's got to be Casey Candell coming up. Pitcher. Young is not. They're probably going to hit for Young, too. All right, come on, Ramon. Not over expected pitches. Strikes out Wilson. 2 outs. 1 out from a win. And now I see why people say they want a pitcher to complete the game. It's kind of an accomplishment when it does happen. And he has good numbers against Gerald Young. We'll see if Gerald comes out to hit. He does. It's a ground ball to Martinez, over to Murray, and the Dodgers win. Something is not said very often lately. The Dodgers finally come back. Well, they led the whole game. They were tied, but they come through and hold off behind a great pitching performance by Ramon Martinez. They beat Houston and don't get swept 3-1. Whew. I would say the MVP is Ramon Martinez. We'll see what the computer chooses. Eddie Murray with 1 hit. Daniels with 2. I mean, we end up with 9 hits, but only 3 runs. The home run by Sosha gives the insurance there. RBI singles by Javier and Gibson. Well, Gibson's was a double, excuse me. Pitching-wise, Ramon goes the whole way, which helps out the bullpen. Kind of struggled, 4 walks. 9 Ks, though. Gullickson pitches well. 7 innings, 3 earned runs. In most games, that's a win. Error by Sosha. That led to the only run. Yep. They didn't score their run by way of a hit. 2 great plays by Dorn and 1 by Young. A poor one by Wilson. I guess that was on Gibson's double. That's the way I remember. Ramon Martinez gets the MVP. Yielding out till the 28th of June, so bad news there. Going over the scoring again. Javier singled and scored Daniels. Harris doubled, and then Gibson singled. And Gibson stole second. Why does it say that he has a double? Oh, he had 2 hits. My mistake. So Gibson comes through after I lambasted him before the game about not doing enough. Shows what I know. You'd think I'd be getting better at this game, but doesn't seem like it. I would have Sparky Anderson, Ramon back, I think it was in the 7th. When he gave up the single and double, I was ready to hook him, but I don't have any confidence in the bullpen to come through. But Ramon did. Strikeout, strikeout, flyout. No runs score. And he comes through and pitches the whole game. And that's the Ramon Martinez that was the ace of the 1990 Dodgers. Now, could we get it more consistently, I'd be happier. But the Dodgers win. I can't complain about that. Only 3 back. Hold on to a tie for second place with Houston. Again, behind the San Francisco Giants, who I still believe are going to come back to the pack. Cincinnati, right behind us, 3 games over 500. Remember this category? Runs per game? Yeah, we're not even in the top 5 anymore. That's how low it's gotten. We were right with Philadelphia at about 5. I think at one point, not too long ago, we were at 4.9. And now we don't even show. We can do some quick. Well, I can't do some quick division here. Oh, here's a 278 divided by 60. That shouldn't be too difficult. That's where we're at, 4.633. So maybe we should show up on the list, but we don't. And that's not acceptable, 4.6. So the Dodgers finished the road trip 2-4. Their next game will be against, I believe, it's San Diego. No, we won't. Well, we're going to get a day off. And then we'll probably be playing against the San Diego Padres back at home, where the Dodgers need to play a lot better. So that's where we sit. 60 games into the season. 3 back of the San Francisco Giants. Let's double check that just for the people that want to know. San Diego, it'll be, well, we don't know that this is true, but Bennis against Neidlinger, we'll see who really pitches. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Missed It by How Much.